Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Bill and Brooke's reunion imminent? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan was recently turned down by Rich Forrester once more. What will happen to her now? Is it time for Brooke and Bill Spencer to get back together and give these unmarried ex-partners another chance? It would be good to see Bill discover happiness because he hasn't had a romantic interest in what seems like years. Katie Logan refused to give him the reunion he desired, despite Bill's pursuit of her and his hope that they could reunite his family. Ridge refused to give Brooke the reunion she desired, so now she's in the same situation. As they react to one another, this could be the ideal chance for Brooke and Bill to get back in touch. Bill has been involved in Luna Nozawa's tale for some time, of course, but he recently kicked her out of the Spencer home, which took him out of the picture. Bill has done everything he can for Luna, even though he arranged for her to be pardoned. Bill might be prepared for a completely different narrative, because Luna's future actions will determine whether she survives or dies. Even if Brooke might end up criticizing Bill for rescuing Luna from prison, that doesn't mean that their relationship will never work out. Brooke might get over what he did really quickly because Bill has been pardoned for much worse things. Ridge's decision to choose Taylor Hayes hurt Brooke, so she will undoubtedly need someone to rely on. Given their long-standing particular affinity, Bill may be the one to console Brooke when she most needs it. Maybe B&B will eventually go back to their love story since Bill and Brooke have a unique understanding of one another that they can't obtain from others. For a while at least, the stars may align for Brooke and Bill to have a happy ending. Keep checking back for updates on any potential Bill reunion news, as spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Brooke will need to make some predictions about her future. Deacon refuses to back down from Sheila. Deacon Sharp adored his two subordinates, Tom Starr and Poor Hollis, whom he regarded as his best friends and who were both murdered by Luna Nozawa. Deacon finds it shocking to learn that Luna is now his step-granddaughter, yet he doesn't want her around him or his business. Speaking up for her new grandchild, Sheila Carter says she's sorry and has changed. In the same way as Sheila and Deacon have been granted several chances in between prison terms, she deserves another shot. Deacon tells Sheila she cannot stay with them because he cannot believe what he is hearing. Deacon is indifferent to Sheila's insistence that Luna has nowhere else to go. He issues an ultimatum to his wife. It's either her insane murdering granddaughter or their marriage. Sheila is informed by Deacon that she cannot have both. Sheila will have a really difficult time making this choice. Additionally, it will be a test to determine whether or not she has changed at all. Will Spencer is taken aback by Luna's generous offer. With perks they can be buddies. No one would even need to know when Will would be stopping by if she had her own house. Will treats Luna like she's crazy, yet she persists in trying to seduce him. Additionally, it would entice him to turn away from Electra Forrester. Electra becomes enraged upon witnessing Luna with her lover, and firmly tells the young lady that she must avoid Will. Electra is unaware of Luna's potential for danger, and who she is dealing with. Forrester, Steffi Finnegan, is also aware of Luna's true identity. She cautions her husband that the girl cannot be a part of their lives, just like Deacon did. What percentage of people will actually be able to avoid Luna? Taylor Circle, Brooke and Ridge once more. The romantic drain on The Bold and the Beautiful, history is being repeated. In a scene from almost 25 years ago, Brooke Logan demanded that Rich Forrester make a snap decision between her and Taylor Hayes. His first reaction was to appear like a happy deer in headlights, enjoying the excitement of the moment but not knowing what to say. Now, a similar scenario involving Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor is unfolding, but it is even more absurd, and not simply because these two women are intelligent and attractive. Ridge and Brooke made a lifelong commitment to one another following their most recent reunion a few years ago. They realized they were intended to be together since they had experienced enough, both with one another and with other loves. For a long time, Brooke's declaration that Ridge was her destiny was somewhat credible. Perhaps Ridge finally grew up and saw the treasure of a woman in front of him, since his zipper has typically been the issue. Perhaps that optimism wasn't long-lived either, since as soon as the couple faced a genuine issue, he did what he always does, finding solace in bed with Taylor rather than resolving the issue at home. Ridge typically tries to defend his transgressions to Brooke and place the blame on her, since he can't handle being by himself. Ridge has utterly destroyed Brooke's kid, Hope Logan, making this time far worse than the others. There would be no turning back from what he said in real life. You simply don't use derogatory language against your stepdaughter and expect Brooke to remain, regardless of what Hope has done. The man who is your destiny shouldn't have gone to such lengths, would he? That should have been a deal-breaker right there. Despite her reputation as a world-class psychotherapist who is capable of outthinking everyone, Taylor has a serious blind spot for her children's father. Ridge and she have made amends, but she has returned to Brooke so frequently that it has contributed to her broken heart syndrome. He genuinely cared about her physical recovery since he felt bad enough about the suffering he had caused her. For a full 3 weeks, Girlfriend was the lighthouse of female empowerment and single living before Ridge, as usual, smashed into her life. After offering Ridge a shoulder, an ear, and everything else, the astute doctor somehow believed that this time would be different, even though she understood exactly what had transpired with Brooke and that she usually loses in this triangle. It seems that Taylor did not read the psychology textbook that states that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is the definition of insanity. Taylor should have given the self-centered man who returned to her a hard pass when he promised a future he probably knew he wouldn't keep. She chose to play home instead, and she has persuaded herself that this time, things will turn out differently. In actuality, Taylor is probably going to experience another heartbreak. Despite his actions, are we to assume that Ridge is the sole guy in Los Angeles and that he is deserving of our attention? In any case, Brooke is requesting that he choose one of them to be his lifelong partner. Perhaps Brooke uses her inside voice with Ridge because he is acting like a self-centered toddler. It's similar to hearing a mother attempt to reason with her 5-year-old after the child has just committed an infraction. Perhaps they are meant to be together if that is Brooke's idea of her destiny and her true love. Perhaps Taylor should permanently leave the Forrester estate with her cumbersome heels and dark outfit. Does Taylor have an advantage with Ridge because of broken heart syndrome? The brave and the lovely according to leaks and updates. Ridge Forrester recently made a big romantic move. However, we can't help but wonder, was Ridge's decision to be with Taylor Hayes rather than Brooke Logan really motivated by her broken heart syndrome? Ridge didn't exactly portray Taylor as the love of his life when Brooke made her case for a reconciliation. Although fans have heard a lot about Ridge's commitment to Taylor, this does not always imply that she is his actual love interest. It practically seemed that if Ridge hadn't already committed to Taylor, he might have welcomed Brooke back. In essence, Ridge appears to be too firmly established to back down at this time, and there may be a good reason for it. A plot where Taylor thought she was having a heart failure crisis was introduced when Rebecca Budig made her debut as the new Taylor. When Ridge thought he would lose Taylor permanently, he became extremely concerned for her. Thankfully, additional testing revealed that Taylor was, in fact, suffering from broken heart syndrome, which is a serious condition but not as bad as he had previously believed. Ridge, however, was still plagued by guilt about his role in her tragedy and its effects on her health. How could he ever cause Taylor grief again when he was resolved to support her during her recuperation? After giving Taylor hope that they will have a happy future together, Ridge would be completely callous to breach her trust. Has Ridge ever really appreciated commitment? In the past, he has flitted from one lady to another without hesitation due to his impetuous personality. Maybe he is reluctant to go back to Brooke because he wants to keep Taylor's hopes intact and keep her from experiencing heartache. After all, Taylor has been making great strides, and a relapse might cause her to experience another health crisis. Ridge might not want to subject Taylor to that at this point. Ridge might be laying the groundwork for a future reunion with Brooke, even if it might be more detrimental to give Taylor unrealistic expectations. Whatever the case, Ridge didn't appear overly happy about picking Taylor over Brooke. Ridge seemed to think he was making the correct decision, probably because he wanted to put Taylor's welfare first. Taylor may eventually discover that if his true motivations for dating her center on protecting her from future health problems.